going on, everybody? It's your boy Don. We are back with another video. Before I start discussing the game, I just want to tell you guys, thank you guys for checking out the live stream as always. You know, it was a lot of fun again. Remember, I do these almost every game. I will try to do them every game, you know, as many as I can just to talk about the game. I can't show the physical game because of copyright, but, you know, we can have a good time just in the stream talking about our favorite team, which is the New York Knicks, of course, or just New York basketball or basketball in general. It doesn't matter for me, you know, as long as you just want to have a good time and come hang out. Jerome, this message is for you. You missed out, man. People were asking about you, bro. People were asking about you, Jerome. So that shout out to Jerome, man. Wherever you were, we missed you. So yeah, I had to put that out there. But hey, thank you guys always for just showing up and supporting the channel, man. I appreciate you guys a lot. Now let's get into the actual game. As you can see on there. 107-121. It was a tough game. It's the first game of the season. I can do my usual and go line by line, so player by player, which is probably easier, and then do an overall summary. So if we start here with actually before I do that, let's analyze a little bit more. So let's see if we can we have other stats? Yeah, let's do that too today because there was a lot of interesting stuff going on. You know, I would say that this game was a tale of two halves, right? You had the first half where everything seemed to be going right. You know, we get our offense flowing. We're hitting back. We go down maybe 5 or 6, we come back. We go down 7, we come back. You know, and look, you can see the first quarter, 33-35 Indiana, 33-26 us. And then after that, that was that. Because after that, we really didn't have a foothold in the game. So I'm trying to think, what is the reason for this, right? What is the reason for this? As we look at our field goal percentage, 45%, not bad, to 48 for Indiana. 3-pointers, 42%. We were hitting our 3-pointers to 25, you know, 23.5. And our free throws, 73% to 72. You know, they got us on rebounds, you know, total rebounds 50 to 40, you know, but stats-wise, it's pretty solid. So now if we go to the players, right, if we go to play, what went wrong today? My first thing, as I look back on the game, I would have to say that one of the first things that is not impressing me right now, which is weird because you would have thought that Tibbs was hired for this specifically. It's our defense. Our defense is terrible. And it's been like that, actually. But, you know, when you blow out the Cavaliers the last game, everything is forgiven. Our transition defense is terrible. It's just terrible. We're getting either if we score or we don't score. It seems like we're not stopping anybody from driving down that lane, especially on a fast break. You know, and it's weird because both our centers, I think, struggled parts of the game, even though Mitchell Robinson came back again late, but it's always with him, you know, you got to watch his fouls. Stays on his feet, is solid, but he seems to be getting drawn into these fouls all the time early in the game. He'll have to leave, and then Nerlens Noel, kind of the same problem. And it seems like once our center just gets pulled out a little bit, there's nobody else left to cover. You know, our team is not that small. You know, with a guy like Randle playing the 4 most of the time, you know, it's very disheartening. A guy in Thibodeau that prides himself so much on defense, that our defense really seems to be bad, you know, and just bad turnovers too. You know, at least 6 to 7 of the turnovers that we had early on are just in our own half most of the time. You know, RJ had a couple bad ones. Randle had a couple of bad ones. You know, we got to tighten up our defense first of all, which is one of the reasons I really do think we lost in the end, especially. And that was at a time that the game was still pretty close. That's why I'm frustrated about it, because I said that in the stream that we weren't really playing that good, but it was a close game, you know. But that being our defense. Second issue that we have, glaring issue for us, we don't have a point guard. We don't have a point guard. We know this now. We know this. It's obvious. We don't have a point guard. I don't care if it's Alfred Payton. I don't care if it's Frank Ntilikina. At this point, we just don't have a point guard. You know, we can try to play through RJ as much as we want to, but sometimes somebody else just needs to handle the ball first. We don't have a point guard. It's a really bad situation. It's a really bad situation. And I don't know how much better Rivers is gonna make it. I don't want to make Rivers the guy that's gonna save us this year. But we need something at point guard, man, because even Frank Ntilikina still got a shot early in the fourth, and he shot that ball. He missed that ball, and Thibodeau had seen enough not long after. So I think that's where they stand right now on Frankie. But I might make a separate video on him. But the point guard issue is a problem. It's a big problem. Now, if I go to individual players, Julius Randle, again, 9-9. So we'll do 17, 9, and 9. We'll read it this way. 17 points. Same thing for Randle, you know. When Randle plays within the team, he plays well. But look what happened later on in the game. When players start getting frustrated, Randle goes right back to what he was doing beforehand, which is kind of just forcing the ball. You know, I understand he's frustrated, but you got to try and move that ball around. Even when we were down later in the game, you know, there were still 5 minutes left. You know, that's still a lot of time to come back in the game. And guys started giving up and just taking bad shots. You know, Reggie Bullock started pretty good early on, but faded towards the second half of the game. Mitchell Robinson, defensively, I thought he came back later towards the game, maybe third quarter. He had a couple of good stops, you know, but it wasn't really leading to any consistency because, you know, guys like Brogdon, guys like Oladipo, they're scorers and they're really good players. They're going to find ways to score eventually. RJ Barrett had our best game, you know, as a Knick that I've seen him play in a little bit, you know, and RJ Barrett is going to be a good player. I keep saying that RJ is going to be better than Zion. And a lot of people don't want to believe me, but trust me, he's gonna have a better career. He's gonna make an all-star team here or there. They give him like a solid 2 more years. He's gonna be a problem. RJ Barrett is gonna be a problem, boy. But the problem for the Knicks is that they don't have another consistent scorer. Kevin Knox should be that guy, but we're gonna get to Kevin Knox because right now it's RJ, it's Randle, it's Burks and Bullock really who are scoring most of the points. You know, and Burks had a good game quietly, as you see below there if I skip over Peyton. Because, you know, Peyton really didn't do much besides a couple of assists here and there and a couple of points. So it's not good enough as a point guard. But Burks is proving to be a very good veteran signing, and I understand the signing. I do. You needed veteran presence. I always thought the veteran guys were there to kind of teach the young guys. But now it seems like those veteran guys are going to need to stay in a little bit longer until we can find some consistency. You know, Alec Burks getting 22 points, that's not a small feat. You know, we needed that. We really do needed that. Underneath Burks, you got Obi. You know, I don't know if you guys can see it. Obi Toppin is below here. And I don't know if I need to make a separate video, but I don't know what Obi is right now. I'm not worried about it. He's struggling. It was his first NBA game, guys. Don't get on him too much. He still has a lot to learn. For me, though, first of all, I don't know if that's going to be his NBA shot, but I would like him to work on it a little bit. It didn't look like that in college, you know, so I'm not sure what's up with that. Maybe a little bit of nerves, you know. Like, that's no fans, you know. It's his first game. You know, take it easy on him, you know. I think he should just try to get inside more. Just get his post moves don't look that good yet, but I still think he can do some damage inside first. Take a couple of mid-rangers, you know. Don't rely so much on that three-pointer. He's just standing out there and shooting because he feels like, let me do something. You know, like try to get inside more. That's my advice right now for Obi. You know, get a couple of fouls, get to the free throw line. That will settle you into the game. After him, but he'll be fine, Obi. I'm not really worried about it right now. You're going to need games to grow. Disappointment of the night for me was Kevin Knox because I feel like if Kevin Knox can just at least score 15 points consistently, if he can score 15, which is not too far from his average, I believe. If he can score at least 15 points, this team is very competitive. You know, but that's the problem. Besides Randle, Burks, Bullock and RJ, you know, which they're not going to play together all periods of the game. You need somebody else to just keep scoring points. You need somebody to Sabonis. Look how many points Sabonis had. This guy had over 25 today. Sabonis had like what, 30 something? Sabonis must have had like 30 points or something like that. Yeah, he had 32. Like, there's no way. Since when? You know what I mean? And something like that's what we miss. We miss consistency. Consistency is what the Knicks don't have right now. And if Kevin Knox can develop some type of consistency, this team is going to be very good. But I don't know where Kevin Knox is with that. He's either hot or he's cold. We don't know yet. For him, middle ground score between 10 and 15 points, and we got something. You know that's literally like a swing in the game. That's literally us staying in this game. 15 points. Somebody get us 10 to 15 points. Somebody who's not going to do that is Frank Ntilikina, to be honest with you. He's not going to do that. And I skipped over it quickly because I'll save Quickley for last. And I kind of mentioned Noel already, so that's that. Frank Ntilikina, it looks like he's not really improved to what we hoped he would. And a lot of people you can say whatever you want. It's only one game, but the problem is that Frank has had like 2-3 years of this. You know, and there's a reason he came into the fourth. For me, it was very important that I observed that moment. And I don't know if you guys observed it also. But the fourth quarter, Frank Ntilikina, it took him to the fourth quarter to really come into the game. And I said to myself, Frank comes in now. He's either going to do something really nice or Thibodeau is just going to sit him back down. And Frank gets the ball. He dribbles it. He passes off a couple of times, and then the play goes back the other way, and then he gets the ball again, and he shoots a jumper, which I thought was going to go in, and he just misses it really bad. And that was that. And not too long after that, he sat back down, and it was like, Frank Ntilikina ain't going to play much this year. Trust me, he's not. He's not going to play much this year. That's the truth. That's the truth, because the way point guard is looking, if Frank can't hit a regular mid-ranger by now, you know, you're not helping. And I was talking to B. Sims about it in the live stream and DJ as well. DJ said that we got to give Frank Ntilikina more of a go because he can distribute the ball. But see, me and B. Sims told him, we said there's a difference between distributing the ball and being a facilitator, like a floor general. A floor general is going to get a guy on your team an open shot. Frank Ntilikina can't do that. That's what makes him bad. He can't create an opportunity for somebody else. He can dish you the ball and he can play defense. We know that, but he's not going to create something. And that's what we miss. We miss creativity. Creativity is something that we just do not have right now, especially for a point guard position. That's hurting us. We don't have the point guard that can give us something creative besides scoring. Because scoring we need too. Because if that guy can score 15 and maybe like 4 or 5 assists every game, it's a totally different game. We're one of the few teams in the league who doesn't have, honestly, a point guard for us, you know. And that leaves us for the last person, which is Quickley. The game might have been different if Quickley played the whole game. But I think from watching how he started, he was going to have a so-so game. Unless he caught fire late, he was going to have a so-so game. For his first game, you know, it wasn't really something that I was going to say like, oh, he's going to do the way he did in the preseason, you know. But I think he's going to give us something different. He's going to give us a different energy. For this year, he'll probably be better served playing point guard until we can figure that position out. But it was unfortunate to see him go because we needed something. And I think Knox plays well with him. So Knox would have benefited with Quickley being on the floor. But hopefully the injury isn't that bad. And hopefully we can get Rivers back because we need that point guard position. But what do you guys think? What do you guys think, man? There's a lot of things you can analyze over and over again between Randle, Robinson, Barrett. But for now, it's the first game, you know, so you shouldn't really take it too much into consideration. But, you know, we showed a lot of good first 2 quarters, and the bad just came after that, you know. But it's your boy, Don. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Like, comment, rate, subscribe if you enjoy these videos, man. We're going to continue to build this channel up. Like, comment, rate, subscribe. I already said that, but you know I got to say it again sometimes because we are growing, baby. And this your boy, Don, for now. I'll see y'all next time, man. Peace. I'm out.